Evening all, and welcome to episode 19 of season 8 of Factory Town, where I have been mucking about with the layouts, and I've kind of decided to go with this one here. The previous idea didn't work very well, so you can see here I've got sort of everything gridded up here. Gonna go with the town centre, and then 3 lots of buildings with a 3 gap in between each one. And yeah, that does gimp us down. Instead of having 10 squares to deal with things, we get 6. So we are going to lose a lot of place to build things. But having the 3 gap in between means I can get the supplies and things into them. So we can use boosters and other bits and pieces to help them out. So I feel that's probably going to be the better route to go. The first thing I want to do, the first thing I want to do this episode is nuke this. So let's go into the editor, into edit rules, global rules, and creative mode on. Click that, and then I press delete, and it goes boom, and it's gone. It leaves a lovely H on the floor. And then we turn creative mode back on. But there we go. So goodbye trading post. You will not be missed because you didn't have very good trades. But hey ho. Yeah, the second thing I want to do is actually upgrade this road. I hope I've got enough stone to do this. I'm not sure. I don't know. Is it for 141? I need 1 more stone. So I put that down and then I put 1 more. Oh, there we go. So the road connecting the corner of this to the corner of that is now stone. That's just so these wagons that are going backwards and forwards and delivering goods, they can just move a bit quicker. That's purely for that. So I just wanted to do that. I'd like to upgrade all the roads to stone eventually because I think the stone looks really nice. I like the new stone brick texture. It's very good compared to the older. But stones are not cheap. So yeah. Also leaving the 3 here means I don't have to muck up with this at all. This is all good. So with that all being said, let us come here and move this, rotate it around, and put it there, because that's where it's going to go. That's its oh, excuse me. That's its forever home. That's where we're going to produce these. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure whether that is correct, because we might not need as many of them as there is, but might not need as many of them as there is. Not exactly English there. We may not need as many reinforced planks as I think we do. So we can always put a different one here, That's why there's a bit on the outside. I haven't done it. So yeah, these 2 will go to the centre, and then this one can go there. We could put a bit on the outside if we need them to all go that direction. It's fine. But what we need to actually do is get some things to upgrade the base. That's what we'll do. We want to make some iron wheels. And with iron wheels, we also want to unlock railways. We unlocked railways, didn't we? Path. Rail. Yeah, we've unlocked rails. Okay, which means we've got minecarts as well, correct? Yes, we have minecarts, but they require iron wheels. Awesome. So you are coming along quite nicely. I've also built up this area here with just the basic grid, just so I knew where the train station's going to go back here. So we can put our train stations in and then run the line across. It comes to here and then comes down here. And the train station will be here. So I think I want to add that back on there actually. Just so I know, in case I need a 3 gap there, and then I want to have a gap and the train station's here. So yeah. Train station is hidden behind a steam locomotive. Okay. So yeah, we need to make iron wheels. And to make iron wheels, we don't need a lot of iron wheels. They're used to make trains and carriages and minecarts, but they're not actually used in any other recipe that I can think of. It's iron gears are the ones that are used in other recipes. So I think I'm going to put this one out here. I'm just going to have the one of them doing its thing. So we'll build it the same way we normally do. Can't afford that because it needs more stone brick. That's okay. Run that down there. Run that down there. You are going to make in iron wheels. You're going to make iron wheels. We may actually come to the point where we don't even need 4 of them to do it, but I'm always going to put, like, 1 square is going to be dedicated to a single recipe. Never really 2 recipes. Unless the kitchens might be an exception to that, because we might have 2 kitchens that are producing, like, butter or something to feed the other 2 kitchens for stuff, but I'm not sure. It depends on if, you know, we ever get to a kitchen that goes, hey, you only need 2 of these for whatever you're doing. So, okay, this wants to be iron wheels, and this wants to be iron plate, and then the other 2 I'm just going to turn off. There we go. Okie dokie. So, and then we want to go. And you'll be iron plate. Copy. Pasty, pasty, paste. There we go. Okay, so that's all good. So that just needs iron plate coming in. Now, iron plate is actually coming across the center here, but it's over here. So I think what I'm going to do is, for the minute, until we get our rails going, we're just going to have a working out. Where's Caravan? Oh, Caravan unlocks from Caravan. Do we have Caravan research yet? Oh, didn't mean to turn that around. Do we have Caravan? We do have Caravan. Let's unlock Caravan. Click. Caravans are... Oh, they actually require some iron wheels. That's fine. We can do that. Caravans are the same as wagons. They can take... well, let's pause the game just here. A wagon can take 4 of 1 item. A caravan can take 4 of 4 different items. So it's like 4 wagons in one. Is it 4 or is it 8? It might be 8. Take 8 of 4 items. So, like a barn. A barn can store 4 different items, whereas a silo can only store 1. A wagon can only store 1 item, but a caravan can store 4 different items. And I think it takes 4 or 8 of them. I'm not sure, but we will find out in just a moment. Because we're going to put a wagon down here. And we're going to say, hey, Mr. Wagon, would you take some iron plate and deliver it to that barn there? If you would be so kind. So kind. Then what we're going to do is we're going to run this road down to that corner there. Where am I storing my stone brick? Because I feel like I'm going to need more. Storing it here. Output along and back to here. Go down that away back to the train stations. That's fine. So this has got nails going to the train stations. Nails are something else I want to sell, actually, at the general store. Where is our general store? We had a general store here somewhere. Did I delete it? Because I was sending brick to them at one point because that upgrades the houses. I think I might have deleted it. Yeah. It was out here somewhere, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, and that's something else I've been doing. As I've found spaces where the houses are not existing, I have been moving them around. So over there, and I'm going to follow the idea of the houses are always going to go closest to the town centre line. So the centre lines. So this one's always going to go here, and then these ones will always go down. They'll always go in. That should really go there if it's closest to the town centre, but this is not close to the town centre. They're always going to go onto the central, closest to the central line. That's the idea. So out the front, close to the central line. So all these ones are on the, this in this quarter they'll always be on the right hand side. This quarter they'll be on the left hand side. That makes sense. Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference where they are. That's just what I'm going to try and follow. Okay, so we have 4. We have 4 wheels, so we can make a caravan. But there we go. And you, I'm going to delete. Thank you very much. Caravan. Caravan carries 8 goods, so it can take 4 different types of goods. You can filter these. You can set them to filter them, and it can pick up from a barn and pick up to 4 different items if it wants to, or it can pick up the same. So it can carry 32 items in one go. Most buildings can store 20, so it can easily flood a whole building in one go, which is fantastic. But we're not going to do that. We're going to deliver it to there, and the wagon will go and hopefully get on the path. There we go. Awesome. I might actually loop around this one just to do it and go down to there for that one. But I think I just might upgrade the paths as I go, and we'll just basically do the central line first. That's the idea. Get this main path between this one and that one and this one and that one done, so that's like the highway. I think that'll work. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to upgrade this building, so we store 200 paths instead. Okay, and then we're going to get, now we've dumped even more into there, that's going to output to these. They're going to produce even more iron wheels, which is awesome. Iron wheels, as I said, don't need to be exported anywhere because I don't think they're used anywhere else. They're not used in, they're used in making things like, all these require iron wheels. The boats don't, but all these require iron wheels, but I don't think they're actually used in any other recipe. I may be wrong, but I don't think I am, so yeah. So, okie dokie. We need to buy these bits of land up here, because if I want to put in a train station down here and have it come along for iron, then yeah, because this requires iron, this requires iron. Basically, this whole place is going to require iron, so we want to bring iron to the main base. That's the idea, and then filter it out as we go. So, to do that, well, actually, now I think about it, we can upgrade our bases because it only requires 10, and we have 20. So let's upgrade. Ba-doo! Hey, we have 6 more houses. Awesome. We've got advanced logistics available, deep mining, intermediate grain processing. Huh? That's new. That's new. What is that? Does that unlock bread? Mechanical rails. Now, mechanical rails are. Let me show you. Let me show you how rails kind of work in this game. Let's jump into a bit of railing, shall we? So, pass rails. So we have some rails. Rails work the same as the path. They go around, they connect. Everything is absolutely fine and perfect. Brilliant. If you are using locomotives take fuel and water. Fuel can be any type of fuel, wood, coal, magma, whichever. Take fuel and water, and they will pull the carts behind them, which include tank carts, box carts, and hopper carts. Hopper carts can only carry loose goods, so the same sort of stuff that goes onto chutes. Tank carts carry water or liquids, and box carts can carry anything, any goods. The hopper cart carries 100, the box cart carries 50, so that's why they're kind of balanced there. The advantage of the box cart is, however, you can package goods up, which is something we're not doing yet, but we might. We might leave enough space by our train station to package things up, and we'll get to that when I get there. However, before you unlock any of the steam stuff, you're just stuck with minecart. Minecarts can carry any loose items, so they can carry the grain or the anything that goes on a chute. Anything that goes on a chute they can carry. They can't carry iron plates, so we can't use them to transport iron plates between the two. Anyway, if we wanted to, they could carry iron ore, so that's possible. And they basically very slowly press the button in the bottom right corner here, click. They drive around, and they pick up things, put things down. They're quite happy. Now this is where things are going to get a little confusing. We currently have a minecart loader, a train stop, and a fuel loader. They, in the next patch, I believe, are all being merged into one block, but right now they're separated out. Train stop is for trains and has a special logic on it. It lets trains stop and hold for longer and do things. A minecart loader is for minecarts. It's exactly what it says on the tin. So if you put a minecart loader down next to a building, whatever's in this building, you see it says unload. Whatever's unload, load. I can't remember which way round that actually is. Let's have a play with some tomatoes. Let's have a bit of a play here, shall we? So let's remove this. Delete our minecart. Let's actually have a play around here. So rails, paths, rail. You can see you've got the arrows on barns or any buildings. Any building will have the arrows saying inputs and outputs as you go. So you see, if we come here, we got the inputs and outputs for buildings. So if you run a rail past an output, it will automatically put in a stop, and that stop will automatically unload. So the terminology here is the bit that I always get confused in. The load means not loading the building, but it's loading the minecart, because this is a minecart loader. So if we put a cart in here and tell him to go, he will pick up tomatoes or pick up rails from there, if he could. Obviously, he can't pick up rails because minecarts aren't allowed to pick up rails, but he would pick up rails from there. So he'd come by, boom, he'd pick up 20 rails. Sorry, they're still 20, not 4. And then he'd go off with them. If this was set to unload, you're unloading the minecart into the barn. So that's the terminology that a lot of people get confused. They assume load means load the building, but it's not. It's actually load to the minecart. And it kind of gives it away from the arrow. So green arrow means going into, and a red arrow means coming out of, which is exactly the same as here. You see, green arrow says into. If we move this here, red arrow says out. So it's the same principle as that. So, however, minecarts, if I come out here and we go like this, minecarts go uphill very, very slowly, and in fact cannot make it up all the hills. They will stop. Will get stuck. You can boost them by pressing the button, but then you'd have to manually come and do that every single time, and that's really not ideal. You don't want to be doing that. Yeah, so minecarts can't go uphill. That's where the mechanical rail comes in. The mechanical rail gives it a bit of steam power, and it can actually push minecarts uphill. So it's quite useful. Although once you get steam stuff, you probably won't be using minecarts that much. They're being limited to loose bulk is quite a limitation of them. The tracks, however, are also a little bit complicated. Right now we're just making a loop. That's fine. If we want to make a T-junction, say we want to make a T-junction to make a cart go up here or down here or do wherever it's down there, you can simply just drag and come up. It's the same as the chutes. You drag and come here. You see, this here on the left-hand side of the rail has this rail turning up here and going up. That means a minecart could come along and go up here if it wants to. You can obviously, with logic, you can say, a one-way, a sorter, or a pusher. So you could put a pusher here, filter it to say, if you've got wood, go up here. If you haven't got wood, the minecart will carry on. Very simple. However, if a minecart comes back down here, he can only go that way. If I turn my camera around, so we'll come down here, he can only turn left. He can't turn right because you see the rail only turns that way. It doesn't turn the other way. So if a cart ever came back down here again, it would turn left. And if your carts are going round in an anti-clockwise direction, that's not going to work. So you'd have to come in from a different area and do that sort of thing. So you see, this one only turns left, so the carts on here will be able to come down here. And then when they come back, they can only turn right. So they can't ever turn left and break them. So it's crash into another minecart and just stop the whole system. So there's no crashes, they just stop. But it's that little angle there that is important to learn. You can obviously make a T-junction, you can do that sort of thing, and then minecarts can go left or right. They follow the same principles as chutes. Minecarts will always turn right unless it's blocked, then they will turn left instead. So really, if you never want them turning left, you should never have that in there. You should always just have it go that direction, and that's it. Crossings are the same as chutes as well. If you have a crossing like this, a train coming this way or a train coming left or right or up and down won't ever get onto the other rail. They'll just stop and wait for the other train. Whereas if you did something like that, then yes, it could turn right here. But the train coming along here can never go up or down. It's not allowed to. It doesn't have the connection. So the easiest way to do it is try and get your camera top down and then drag the tracks the way you want the trains to travel. So, if you've got a track coming along like this, and then you've got a track coming up here, and you're like, right, okay, so I want them to always turn, I want it to go left. I want it to go down to the rail stop. That's what I want to do here. So I'll put my camera above it, and I will just drag from here up and that way. And the green line will tell you where the trains can go. So now the train will travel left. It won't be able to travel right. So, and any train coming along here as well cannot travel down this line because there's no tractor allowed to do it. It will always carry straight on. And they prefer to go straight on anyway. They will only turn if forced to do so. So that's how rail works. Hopefully that's explained. I'm probably a bit quick with explaining that there, but but it's easy enough done if you just follow the principle of camera down and drag the direction you want it to go. Okay, let's upgrade this base as well, but we'll expand that one out. There we go. Awesome. Let's drag out our paths here. There we go. Awesome. So now we have stone paths between the two. Awesome. And we might as well do that. There's not going to be a town centre there, but that's kind of the central point of this me place. So, what do we have here? We have 14, which means we're actually going to have 10 if we put an outside point on here. So, but we shouldn't have to. We don't have to, because this one should go down here and this one should go down here. So we should be able to get another block of making whatever we want to make in there. Okay. So we have wheels, which is awesome. How do we unlock trains? Let's look here. So steam locomotive requires railways and the steam engine. Steam engine is hidden behind steam power. Now, steam power is going to be a fun thing to do, but we're not going to get to it this episode. But let's go over that. Let's go over and explain that a bit. We've got some deep mining as well, which is important. Deep mining is a very important thing here. I'm probably getting way ahead of myself here, but I kind of want to get the trains set up and going. People did ask in the last video before about boosters, saying aren't coin boosters important yet? We don't really have a decent income of money. Our yellow coins are quite slow. So with coin boosters, you could easily burn through all your money and not be able to support enough going on there. Once we get the bread going, I think we'll be okay. We'll do bread over there. But once we get that going, we'll probably be okay and can start using coin boosters and unlock them. Coin boosters are exactly the same as adding more workers to things. They just give you extra speed. So pretty much, how are we doing for happiness? Let's see here. So our happiness is 21 in this area, and our happiness is 6 in this area. So we're not balanced very well yet, but that's okay because we're not really we haven't got the infrastructure in place to move things around yet. So but okay, so it's interesting to add both together. So obviously these are getting 6 happiness from something else. I don't know what you're getting the happiness from. You get it from books? Yeah, I think you're getting it from books. And these are getting it from books. And something else? What happens? Yeah, you're also getting food. Oh, grain. Yeah, because we're selling grain to people. Yeah, but we're not selling grain or flour over here because we haven't got any flour to sell. And I deleted the people doing the berries. So okay. So this is all good. This is all working and selling, and everyone is happy, and you are all influenced across everyone. That is fantastic. Can we research the new civics yet? Do we have a civic yet? No, we don't. Where's this one? Civics 2 requires town 6, so we need another town. Okay. What do we need for that? So we need blue coins. Oh dear. We need antidotes. Oh dear, and we need metal conveyor belts. Well, we want metal conveyor belts anyway, so that's fine. That is doable. We also need to convert our cloth conveyor belt to be here. Because cloth conveyor belts are made in... Oh no, they're made in industry town, so they're made here. So, this is where I'm kind of tempted to do a slightly different thing. And have an area making cloth conveyor belts that just leads straight into another area making metal conveyor belts. Because cloth conveyor belts aren't used anywhere else. They're not used in another recipe. I'm saying they're not used anywhere else. The Omni Temple can kind of require anything, but that is very end game, and we can always look at something with that later on. We'll have fancy airship stuff by then. So yeah. So we could set up cloth production like here, and and then go into metal conveyor belt production. Magic production isn't industry, I don't think. I think magic production is magic. So let's have a quick look here. Purchasing, industry. Yeah, it's cloth conveyor belts, normal conveyor belts. And then magic does magic conveyor belts, so we'd have to take them out of there, the metal conveyor belts out to the other place. Why is that wrong? Why does that look wrong? Why does that look wrong? It is wrong. It is wrong, it is wrong, it is wrong. Ah, see, look at that. Look, made a mistake. Made a mistake. No, I keep doing that. I keep doing that. I press tab when I'm on the path mode, and that brings up the other. See, made mistake. Made mistakes. Very easy to do that. You're 11. Okay. So then we just want to extend this one out. Boom, 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 boom. Here. Yeah. That one and that one. There we go. Okay. Another 11 by 11 and not 10 by 11. Are these ones all right? Yeah. It's when you mass over a house, you get the square in them. So then you know they're correct. I think these are all correct. They look good. Yep, 11 and... Yep, 11. Okay. Okay, so that's all good. Right, so... Okay. Steam power. Steam power. Let's do that. Unlock that. But we have unlocked new things. The steam generator, the steam plant, steam engine. New research. So we need to do the steam engine research as well. That's 100 points. Okay. Boom. There we go. And now we have a Nova recipe for the steam locomotive. I'm unlocking a few things here very quickly, but that's fine. So, boom. Hey, there we go. Then we have new research available, freight cars, which we want to do as well. Which is that one. That's 500. That's going to be... There we go. Okay, we have the item. Right. So, I just unlocked a lot of things there. What did I do? What did I do? Well, first and foremost, we did a steam generator. The steam generator requires steam pipes, so we can't put one down. But it turns fuel and water into steam. And steam can be used to boost buildings production. Let's come down here. This is kind of one of the first boosters we're really looking at. So I can add a steam booster, which I can't do because I don't have the pipes, but yeah. And steam pipes are, they can be put underground or above ground, wherever you want to put them. And they pump steam around the world. A steam booster adds one work unit. So providing you can provide enough steam to the building, so you have steam generators that produce a certain amount of steam, and then it gets pumped out, and you can fill up all your buildings with enough steam, you can get +1 work unit. And +1 work unit will mean that right now we're doing 1.2 work units a second. We'll be doing 2.2 work units a second. So ignoring the happiness bonus there, we would double our work units by providing steam without adding any more workers to it. So it's very good. It's a very useful thing to do. The biggest problem is supplying the steam. You might think, hey, I'll just build a central giant steam area and that'd be fine. The problem with that is that the pipes have limited throughput, so it may be difficult to supply all the areas. You might be better to have on the outside of town, like some dedicated areas and go, right, so we're going to have like 4 steam generators running this one town. And then we can run pipes in to where we're going. Because also, each building only covers 9 squares. And you can't really access the center square because you've got the squares on the outside of it. So you've only really got 8 outputs underground for steam to come out. And that one pipe, if you split it 4 ways, so if you say one pipe comes to this block here and you split it 4 ways, you can only do 8 of them. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 and 8. And that's one steam engine done. And the steam engine probably won't be able to keep up with that. So it's finding the balance. It's finding out exactly how much the steam engine produces and how much it uses. And the usage of steam goes up and down depending on how much, obviously, the building is using. So if the building's running flat out, doing things all the time, kind of like what our paper things are doing here, you're gonna need more steam. we're actually struggling for paper. And it's not that we're struggling for paper, we're struggling to get paper in because the belt is slow. So what else did we unlock? We unlocked the steam engine. The steam engine takes steam and produces mechanical power. And mechanical power is used to run steam pumps, which can pump water from a well, not a well, can pump water. Basically, they can pump water from a water source, and they do it faster than a well produces water, so they can be useful for that. But also, the mechanical power can be used in mechanical rails that I explained previously to allow trains to go uphill. So, yeah. We unlocked the... Oh, excuse me, I keep coughing. We unlocked the locomotive as well, which is what we're going to use to move things around. The locomotive, as I said, takes fuel and water and drives around doing the things it wants to do. And then we've unlocked all the carts for it. So we can get into this next episode. We can start putting down some stations, putting down some box carts, starting putting things into stations and driving around. And things can be awesome because I like trains. Trains are cool. So we'll leave this one here. And we will come back next time. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.